and got rich again, just a little hiccup. I live in ballin' this pickup. Remember being so free and being so hungry, I hear these bitches. Let it go. Push you with the snitch. Man, I ain't one of the people we call them sick of a friend that keep me doing it. That's how we kick. Let me explain what I did. Can I keep? Hold on. Yeah, I got some brains and the brains. Can I kick that? Don't ask me a thing. How I did it. Spend the whole past. Had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a brain. Can I kick it? Just like I went on for the brain. Can I kick it? Think they been the same.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Tom Charlotte and Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers have set the matchup with the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Carry the game for Christian McCaffrey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that film like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the ball. Whether you hit him, out of the backfield, just imagine if they have the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Bridgewater on first down. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe they'll be enough for another first down. They will. 15-yard line. And he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, got to carry the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Forced out to his left. His throws there incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
On third down, Bridgewater. This will be quick, just inside the 10. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just to find out, pick up what leads to fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Throwing. Bridgewater. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown Panthers. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
7. There is nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
First time to Tariq Cohen. That's a run now. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Cairo Santos set to kickoff.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be a defense that's not much, every play you have, run, pass is working pretty well for you. Makes you look like a genius. It really does. The preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Second and 9. Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. There he goes right side. And he will take it across. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Panthers 14. Bears 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets it.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 20, 10, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Panthers take over first and 10.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. 6-yard line.
First and 10.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First down, they go right back to Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Now Newton on first down. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They run. This is Cohen. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. After the run, Newton going to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. He's going to take off with it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
He was taken down by Barkevius Mingo. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers.
Field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
17.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, Newton. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Gronkowski.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, Newton. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On first down, it's Newton. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down, Chicago.
On first down, Newton gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I would think that by now people are done underestimating Tariq Cohen because of his stature when they see him at about 5'6", 5'7". But he can do it all. He can run inside, run to the perimeter, but he also catches the ball really well out of the backfield. And he had more receptions than carries last season. He kind of looks like Darren Sproles, who's been his inspiration as an NFL player. In 2018, Tariq Cohen was a Pro Bowler as well.
Newton throwing again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Anthony Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts.
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
42-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Play action now. Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
An option run here for Cam. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 36-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Newton. That is caught by Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play action. It's Newton. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited earlier in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now on 2nd and 13, Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Panthers will get the football back. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for the Panthers. 41 yards.
The 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
29-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The credit that sack to Robert Quinn.
Former first-round pick Leonard Floyd is no longer with the Bears, so they signed Robert Quinn to replace him as a sack guy. And Robert Quinn just got one right there. Had 11.5 sacks last year with Dallas, the best since his lone all-pro season in 2014. And I know the Bears are his fourth team in 4 years after stints with the Rams, Dolphins, and Cowboys. But don't be fooled by that. Robert Quinn still has a lot of juice left in his tank.
Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he...
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, Chicago.
To Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Bears 28, Panthers 17.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte.
17.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side, complete. That's more. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Bridgewater. Pass incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
36-yard line.
First down, Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Moore. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. And again, it's Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, flush to his right. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. Bridgewater to throw it. pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Down at the 23-yard
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Taking it about the 16. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Stepping up. Now he's hit. And Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 21-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he completes it to Cohen. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The kick is
so they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
50-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Throwing. Bridgewater. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
Bridgewater's.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now Bridgewater. Got his target, Samuel. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Bridgewater. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Chicago, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.